Okay, everybody, I have another news alert. Some of you probably already know, but they have an arrest that they made for the church insurrection done by some individuals, and one of them got arrested today. Nekima Levi Armstrong. She is the main person that started this whole thing. So here you go. I'm going to read something for you, and this is the law about bringing a protest into the church unlawfully. The right to engage in private worship is a key component of the right to free exercise of religion, guaranteed by the First Amendment. In addition to free exercise protections, places of worship have the same right as other private establishments, include individuals who would make them unwanted platform for protesters. Even public colleges and universities have the right to prevent protesters from disrupting classes. Okay, now that being said, let's get on with the show. And you know who else is going to be on this list? Mr. Don Lemon. Him and Mr. Redneck with the beard is going to be on this list. I guarantee they're going to get arrested. Well, I don't know about Don Lemon because they might retract him from getting, I don't know why, but something tells me just because of the way things are with him. But who knows? To me, nobody is above the law, even Mr. Don Lemon. But let me go back to the video at hand here, and let's play this. Get the show on the road here.
Alert, because moments ago, remember that church incident on Sunday in Minneapolis? The AG Pam Bondi posted this, all right? I'm reading now. Minutes ago, at my direction, HSI and FBI agents executed an arrest in Minnesota. So far, we've arrested okay, we'll come back to that. So far, we have arrested Nekima Levi Armstrong, who allegedly played a key role in organizing the coordinated attack on City's Church in St. Paul, Minnesota. We will share more updates as they become available. Listen loud and clear. We do not tolerate attacks on places of worship, end quote. I want you to react to that, Paul. But on Monday, Tricia McLaughlin was on with Dana and me. And part of her answer said, I think we will be seeing mugshots very soon. She was tipping her hand that arrests were on the way, and this is the first one that's been made.
Yeah, and look, there's going to be very, very little that they can do in defense of this because it's on film, and for once they didn't cover their faces. Now here is the thing that's going to come out of this. You have her under arrest, now you're going to get the communications. And this is where it starts to spider web out. You start to see who was talking to who showed up in regard, including Don Lemon. How much did they all know going in? That imports things like conspiracy charges, which can be quite heavy. There's criminal civil rights charges that are implicated in the church incident.
This is also because one of the things that we found out about that was that they were targeting them because they were privileged white supremacists.
We talked about that earlier in the week. Not only did that come out in the video and that they said something like that in the church, but then after the fact, Lemon talks about exactly that, putting a racial overtone in the whole thing, which potentially could import a hate crime. So this was
another
really
thing
badly
about this.
done.
The woman that they've just arrested, I talked a little bit about this on the 5 yesterday because Cam Cawthorn, he writes for Fox Digital, and he had a piece about her. So she's been doing professional protesting and organizing for a long time. She gets a lot of grants from different nonprofits, and she's always made more money than she has spent. So there's a financial incentive for her. There's a business model for these types of things.
We've talked about this really since I've been on the network. One of the things that I've tried to sort of bang the gong on that I think a lot of police who do investigations see that the public doesn't see is that there is a career protester. And it has developed over the last, let's say, dozen years or so into a very lucrative industry. And you have people who do this for a living, make a ton of money.
Yes.
They weaponize people who don't know any better. And to use the Leninist term, useful idiots. They're looking for any cause in the world. They get them out of the campuses. They grow those groups and those institutions. And then they pick out people who want to stay in that world, who don't go back to East Cupcake and get a job eventually after college. They stay in that. They become the middle management, and it grows and it grows. It's very much like any other industry. The problem with it is if you dig down deep enough, you find out that there's tax money going into
That's right.
all of this stuff.
Yeah. Keep in mind, she said so far, so that would indicate more to come.
there's more coming.
Thank you. I mean, trespassing at a minimum. I mean, you were not invited in. That's not your
At
property.
the state level, where's the minute? Well, by the way, this is
Fair
St.
question.
Paul.
Where's the
Where's the
police?
St. Paul chief of police?
Fair point.
I'm Steve Ducey.
So there you have it, folks. So we have one arrest of probably a couple more or a few more, depending on what they do with these people. So, hey, like, subscribe, and share. It helped me out. I got to build I'm going up in levels here, so I got to build it up. The algorithm has to know that I'm putting videos on, so people have to share and like it. And comment. It helps out. Thanks again, and I'll update you on anything else. Taz out. Outlaw News is out.